Hello science majors! Welcome to our very first science majorship review session. Dito we'll try to answer and understand the question, analyze the choices, and of course, make them easier to understand para mas ready tayo sa pag-take ng LET. Okay, so let's start with question number 1. Okay, so let's start with question number 1. Which of the following is not included in the central dogma of molecular biology? Letter A, DNA is converted into RNA. Letter B, translation. Letter C, transcription. And letter D, denaturation. So, ang hinahanap natin dito ay yung not included in the central dogma of molecular biology. When we say central dogma, it is the flow of genetic information from DNA to RNA to protein. Okay, the first process we're in, DNA is converted into RNA. We call this transcription. And the process we're in, RNA is converted into protein. We call this translation. Okay, so letter A, DNA is converted to RNA. This process is actually a transcription. So yes, it is part of central dogma. Letter B, translation. This is the conversion of RNA to protein. So yes, it is also part of central dogma. Then, letter C and letter A are the same. So check natin yan. Letter D, denaturation. Denaturation means breaking hydrogen bond in DNA or protein. So this is not a part of central dogma. So the correct answer is letter D. Okay, so let's proceed with question number 2. Which of the following is not a terrestrial biome? Letter A, taiga, B, estuary, C, tundra, D, savanna. Dito, ang hinahanap ulit natin is yung not a terrestrial biome. So when we say terrestrial biome, ito ay isang land-based ecosystem. So letter A, taiga. Taiga is a terrestrial biome. Ang tatandaan nyo lang sa taiga is a cold forest, may snow, makikita nyo dito yung mga pine trees na mukhang Christmas tree. Cold forest. Then letter B, estuary. Estuary is not a terrestrial biome. This is the area where fresh water meets the salt water. Then letter C, tundra. Dito sa tundra, walang mga puno dahil mas malamig ang klima dito kaysa sa taiga. And yung lupa nila dito nag-yellow na o yung tinatawag nating permafrost. Permafrost. Then letter D, savanna. Dito sa savanna, ang tatandaan nyo lang dito is a grassland with few scattered trees. Grassland with few scattered trees. So savanna and tundra is also a terrestrial biome. So ang sagot dito ay estuary. Okay, so question number 3. Among these sets, which one is arranged correctly from the simplest form to the most complex structure? Okay, so isa-isahin natin yung bawat choices. So first, letter A, planet, solar system, galaxy, and constellation. Ang mali dito ay ang constellation kasi ang constellation, it is not a physical grouping. It is just a pattern of stars. Okay, so letter B next. Letter B, subatomic particles, atoms, molecules, and elements. Ang mali naman dito ay yung molecules dapat nasa last sequence siya, hindi yung element. Kasi, ang element kasi is just a one type of atom, like for example, hydrogen gas. Okay, like for example, hydrogen gas, oxygen gas, nitrogen gas. Okay, so same element lang. And yung molecule naman, it consists of two or more atoms or elements. Like for example, water. Water molecule. Water molecule, it consists of hydrogen, and oxygen. Okay? So, next, letter C, organelles. Okay, so mali na agad to, organisms agad. Okay, so ang mali dito, cells and tissues are missing. Cells and tissues. And yung organism, dapat nasa last sequence siya. Okay? So, next, letter D. Letter D, this is the correct answer. So, lagi natin tatandaan, population is a group of the same species, and community is a group of different species. Then, ecosystem, dito na magkakasama yung living things and non-living things. Sa biome naman, biome is a large region of ecosystems like forest and river ecosystem belong to the same biome, meaning they share the same climate and life forms. Okay, so question number 4. What is the maximum amount of electrons that can be accommodated in the third energy level? Okay, so alam nyo ba, sa loob lang ng 5 seconds, kaya nyo itong sagutan? If and only if na-remember nyo pa to. Okay, so ang sagot dito is letter C. Bakit? Simple lang. Ito lang yung ginamit na formula. 2n squared. So, ang gagawin lang dito, syempre, substitute nyo lang yung main energy level dito, which is 3. So, 3. So, 3 squared is 9 times 2, 18. So, ganun lang. Now, balikan lang natin ng mabilisan tong topic na to. Ano ba ang kaibahan ng electron shells, subshells, at ng orbitals? Itong mga circular path na to, around the nucleus, they are the main energy levels. Meron tayong first energy level, second, third, and fourth energy level. Now, bawat energy level na to, it can hold electrons based sa formula na to. So, first level can hold 2, second level can hold 8, then 18, and 32. Now, ano naman ang subshells? Ito yung S, P, D, F. Itong mga subshells or electron cloud, it only describes how electron moves or where they are likely found. Just remember, walang fixed or exact location ang mga electrons, pero we can only determine kung saan part sila pwede mahanap. Okay, so ang shape ng S subshell ay round, P subshell ay dumbbell, D subshell ay clover shape, F subshell naman ay complex shapes. Now, ano naman ang electron orbitals? Ang bawat orbital ay kayang humawak ng 2 electrons. Now, ang S subshell ay may 1 orbital, so it can hold 2 electrons. P subshell naman ay may 1, 2, 3 orbitals, so it can hold 6 electrons. D subshell ay mayroong 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 orbitals, so it can hold 10 electrons. And F subshell naman ay mayroong 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 orbitals, so it can hold 14 electrons. Now, para mas madali nating ma-visualize, isipin mo na lang it is like a building of electron apartments. So, yung main energy level 1, 2, 3, and 4, isipin mo sila yung floors ng building. Ito yung first floor, second floor, third floor, and fourth floor. Then yung subshell naman or yung SPDF, ito yung mga rooms sa bawat floor. Then yung orbital naman, ito yung mga bed inside the room, na kung saan bawat bed can hold 2 electrons. Okay, question number 5. Which of the following statement is true? Letter A. Red light spectrum has shorter wavelength than the violet light spectrum. Letter B. Shorter wavelengths have higher frequencies than longer wavelengths. Letter C. Microwaves are more dangerous than gamma rays. Letter D. The longer the wavelength, the higher the energy carried by the radiation. Okay, so letter A. Red light spectrum has shorter wavelength than the violet light spectrum. So this is wrong because red light has longer wavelength. Letter B. Shorter wavelengths have higher frequencies than the longer wavelengths. This is correct dahil habang umiikli ang wavelength, meaning mas tumataas ang frequency at energy nito. Then letter C. Microwaves are more dangerous than gamma rays. So, this is also wrong. So, kung naalala niyo yung electromagnetic spectrum, yung Army Vox G. R for radio waves, M for microwaves, I for infrared, V for visible light, U for ultraviolet wave, X for X-ray, and G for gamma rays. Gamma rays ang may pinakamaikling wavelength at pinakamataas na energy at pinaka-dangerous sa lahat. Actually, it can cause DNA damage and cancer. Okay, so letter D, the longer the wavelength, the higher the energy carried by the radiation. So this is also wrong. So the correct answer is letter B. Number 6. When the northern hemisphere experiences winter solstice, where do you think the sun's rays hit directly? Letter A, Tropic of Capricorn. Letter B, Arctic Circle. Letter C, Tropic of Cancer. Letter D, Antarctic Circle. So, sa question na to, I'm sure alin lang sa dalawa na to yung pwede niyong mapagbaliktad. Either Tropic of Capricorn or Tropic of Cancer. Which tropic is in the north and which tropic is in the south hemisphere? Tropic of Cancer. Tropic of Cancer is located in the north hemisphere, while Tropic of Capricorn is in the south hemisphere. So kung nakakaranas ng winter season o taglamig ang north hemisphere, ibig sabihin it only receive less sun rays, which is mainly because during this time the Earth's northern hemisphere is tilted away from the sun, while southern hemisphere is tilted toward the sun. Kaya kung winter sa north, summer naman sa south. So the correct answer here is letter A, Tropic of Capricorn. Okay, so question number 7. During which stage of mitosis does cytokinesis takes place? Letter A, prophase, B, metaphase, C, anaphase, letter D, telophase. Eto, super dali lang din ang question na to sa inyo. Ang tawag nila dito, mata-mata question. So, ang sagot dito ay letter D, telophase. So, ano ba ang cytokinesis? Cytokinesis is in the final stage where the cytoplasm splits into two. And para mas madaling matandaan yung pagkakasunod-sunod, tandaan lang natin ang PMAT. P for prophase, M for metaphase, A for anaphase, T for telophase. Now, prophase starts with letter P, means preparing. The cell is preparing for cell division. Metaphase starts with letter M, means middle. Ang mga chromosomes ay nagla-line up sa gitna or middle. Then letter C, A for anaphase starts with letter A. A means away or apart. Sister chromatids are pulled apart to opposite poles. Then telophase starts with letter T, means two. Telophase makes two cells. And cytokinesis naman starts with letter C, means to cut. The cell cuts into two. Okay? Question number 8. Which of the following is not true about steady state theory? Letter A. The universe refracts at certain point in time due to gravitational influence. Letter B. The universe is expanding through time. Letter C. New matter is created in the universe through time. Letter D. The universe maintains a constant density. Okay, so which of the following is not true? Not true, which means we are looking for the incorrect or unrelated statement. Okay, do you still remember the different theories about the origin of the universe? So, recall lang natin ano ba ang steady state theory. So, ang steady state theory, ang sabi sa steady state theory, the universe is expanding but new matter is continuously created so that the overall density remains constant over time. So, parang ganito, isipin na lang natin ang universe para siyang lobo na hinahanginan. Habang hinihipan mo, lalo siyang lumalaki. Pero sa theory na to, habang lumalaki, may bagong hangin na kusang nadaragdag sa loob. Kaya kahit lumaki, pareho pa rin yung dami ng laman sa loob. Okay. Okay, so na-recall na natin. Ngayon, balikan natin yung choices. Letter B. So, let's go with letter B. This is true. Steady state theory is also about expansion. Letter C. New matter is created. New matter is created. This is also true, and this is how density remains steady. Then letter D. Constant density. This is the core idea of the steady state theory. Okay, so ang matitira na lang ay si letter A. Letter A is not a true statement dahil ang refraction ay hindi part ng cosmology. Ito ay isang light property and not a universe process.